Hello guys, so a new video on the channel today. So in this video I wanted to talk to you about why walking is a really important part of my life and why it should be a really important part of your life too, and how it has really helped me change the way I see myself, my actions and what I do on a daily basis, and how just walking for at least 30 minutes on a one walk, especially in the evening, really helps me clear my mind, clear my thoughts, and really gain a lot of, let's say, awareness about the things that I'm doing and what I can improve on. So from the beginning, like my kind of walking journey started really like, let's say, I think around after the quarantine, so around 2020, 2021, when I began on going to long walks in the park that I had near my house. So it was kind of really interesting for me to see and observe like all of the things around me, and how I was just happy in the moment, like when walking and not having to think about the next thing to do, the next milestone to set, the next thing you have to do, the next place you have to go, and so on and so forth. So it was really like a journey that I had to go through. And I still remember to this day when I went in the summer, especially in the evenings, I just put some podcasts or music, or after that, when I found out more about meditation, I began trying more of that. So especially the walking meditation, different sounds, maybe lo-fi and all of that. So it was kind of a very interesting journey for me. I mean, even if not going for 30 minutes, but just going for 15 minutes, it really helped me clear my mind, really try and appreciate all the small things in life. I still remember when I was taking a coffee from time to time, or a tea, or anything to drink, it just felt like really special, in a kind of way that I really appreciated every single bit of it. So I didn't have this urge to just I don't know, grab it and drink it in one like sip, and then not have to think about it anymore. I could just walk, look at my feet even a lot, look at the other people, how they were feeling, were they smiling, were there a lot of kids in the park or not really. So that's when I kind of began seeing the advantages of walking. And after that, throughout the years, I've always tried to incorporate a lot of walking in my daily life, in my commute also, because it's a really important part, not just for clearing thoughts, as I said, but also for learning a lot of new things. For example, learning a lot about traffic when you walk a lot in the city, how different signs work, how different, let's say, intersections are, and so on and so forth. Not just that, I mean also putting a podcast on. For example, for me, when I take the public transport after school, sometimes it's a real blast, especially when it was sunny. For example, last week, it was really nice to just go from the station like 50 minutes by foot home. So I just put a podcast on and just skipped for the parts that really interested me the most, and I didn't feel like a rush or anything like that. And I was really feeling like, wow, this life is so amazing, in the fact that it was simple, and yet it was a really not complicated thing to do, because in this life, at least me, I kind of always try and make things harder than they are, which is really not the case, because you can do most of the things in this life fairly easily without having to kind of overcomplicate them. And just that's just like me as a person. But when I saw that, and I was just looking also at the cars, at the people, at the sun outside, I was just feeling happy, something that comes really rarely for me. I didn't think about all the other things that were happening in the world, all the other things I had to do when I got home, or just even the fact that I had a test next day. I had to maybe post a new social media video, or make a new reel, or just have a lot of things to maybe contemplate about, for example, university, my career, and all of that. But my brain just like kind of shut off in a way that it got into a specific zone. So it was a really nice thing to experience, as I haven't really experienced that in a while. So yeah, a lot of these walks, I mean, are really kind of different. For example, when I did a walk before my IT exam, I really tried to just put some calm meditation music and just see like cars, how they're moving, the shape of the trees, how were people and especially students here near I live, were they happy, were they going home, or maybe they went partying and all that. So I tried to not think about the exam next day, especially when my mind really wanted to, like to think about maybe what some of the questions will be, how should I interact them, will I pass it or not. And when you try and think about all these things, you just become agitated. And I really remember having one session like this before an upcoming exam, and I was just thinking a lot and trying to find new answers, and like also finding questions that I didn't really have the answer to. So a lot of these things really like made me more miserable. So I went on the walk and it was like I was never there. I came home and was more agitated than I thought I would really be. So it was really something that I told me that I would really never experience, because it was such a bad experience of walking. I mean, yeah, you get the kind of benefits of just going on a walk, the cardiovascular benefits, maybe burning some calories, um, maybe smelling some flowers, oxygen, and all of that. But I think the psychological and emotional benefits are what really makes walking, especially maybe long distances, or making some circles around the park. That's something that's really, really important to me, and I think for my well-being. And I really hope that maybe some of the examples I've told you about in this video will kind of also help you in your journey. So just let me know in the comments, and yeah, that's kind of all for this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.